Hey all, Binks here, and today we're on the move. Today's deck is a Pool 3 movement deck that is working really well with the meta right now. So with Pool 3 you get access to some really cool cards as far as movement goes. Biggest one that I really like is the Human Torch. It's a 1 energy 2 power. It says when this moves double its power. You can get this card really big. You move it around a few times, you get up to like 64, over 100 power. It is really weak to Killmonger, but I'm seeing Killmonger a little bit less in this meta, so it's a really fun card to add once you unlock him in Pool 3. Also get access to Miles Morales, a 4 energy 5 power. It says if a card moved last turn, this costs 1. So it's like a conditional 1 energy 5 power. This card is a little bit hard to fit in. I think that using some movement options for your opponent, like Juggernaut or Polaris, it's maybe a little bit easier to add Spider-Man in, but I definitely wanted to try and feature him here, and I think that he did pretty well in some games. You know, getting that extra 5 power, especially on like the last turn, second to last turn, could be pretty impactful. The rest of the deck just kind of functions as a normal move deck. You know, we kind of have our engines that we want to use to get really big. So we have the Human Torch, we have Vulture, which can get +5 power every time it moves. We also have multiple man, so if you stack some buffs on this with cards like Forge or Hulkbuster, we can move the multiple man around and get a lot of very large copies of it. Just always be worried in case you kind of get a 9 power over, because Shang-Chi is out there right now and it can take it down. The other things that we have are things to move cards around. So we have things like Iron Fist, which is really cheap. Cloak is a great effect, and the awesome Doctor Strange. Look how cool this variant is. On reveal, move your highest power cards to this location, so you can kind of have some options. Choose which one's your highest power. Sometimes you have some like big tokens that you weren't expecting. You can move around with it as well. We finish things off with Heimdall, which is just such an awesome card to finish out the game. 6 energy, 8 power. On reveal, move your other cards one location to the left, so really big sweeping effect. And then Chavez is going to give us a second option on turn 6 to win and give us some early consistency, which is really important in move decks. Overall, this deck felt really good in the meta right now. I think with things like Leech and all these other things that are kind of punishing these big late game kind of swingy things, just having a very honest deck like move that's going to kind of build power in the mid game and try and finish with just like a Chavez or a Heimdall works really good against a lot of the decks you're going to find on the ladder. As always, if you're enjoying this content, make sure to hit the like button. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button for daily Marvel Snap content. Catch you live at twitch.tv/binks_plays. Enjoy. I feel like every time I try and do a new deck, it's like the first deck I get is Weird World. I feel like that's just kind of like a thing. We do have Heimdall though, so we can still do some movement stuff. And I pulled this from my deck. It's interesting. Just Kraven middle is probably fine. This is my Forge. I'm almost certain I have this green one. Mega Red. Mega Red might be useful. I had a Hobgoblin on their deck. I think we can just kind of vibe. We don't have to be too crazy. We don't have to schmoove too hard. Looks male to me. That's really weird that you'd like make a judgment call on that. How would you know? Very small. Very small from your standpoint. He's doing multiple man stuff? What the heck? Is that allowed? Could do some of this movement stuff, but I don't even know if I want to. Could storm left. Get rid of Heimdall later. I don't even know if I need to do that. You know what I could do? I could like storm left. Do this. Storm left. Next turn Hobgoblin right, then Heimdall right. Pretty tough for our opponent to beat. That helps what they did. They did right there. When we move both of these, this is gonna go to like 6. This will go to 2. It's gonna be a little sketchy. Maybe you can Heimdall middle. This is my collection. The collection is like 5,500. Assume my gender. Canceled. Fortunately, a skeleton cannot talk, so. You don't necessarily want to draw Heimdall. Drawing Heimdall is okay. It's a cool win condition towards the end of the game. Heimdall's not the most important card in the deck by any means. The most important thing is to start getting your engines going as early as possible. So being able to push out like our engine cards like Iron Fist, Kraven, you know, Human Torch and Multiple Man. Getting those online early and having slightly better percentages to get buffs on them early is much more important than having a Heimdall. Yeah, this is a really pretty Heimdall variant. So I definitely think that Chavez belongs in most movement decks because they really care about those things. And sometimes you don't want a Heimdall at the end of the game. A lot of times people will fall victim to forcing themselves to Heimdall when they like realistically shouldn't. For instance, right here. I believe I just want to do this. Chavez loses to leader. Now we can't move because of Mr. Fantastic is the only reason we're winning here. Opponent had Weird World for at least a few draws, so I feel like there's a decent chance that they don't have leader. Let's try it. Just a Chavez middle is usually good enough. Opponent also had a... How did opponent get this Heimdall? I think we still win. Jesus, where did opponent get the exact same Heimdall? Oh, they white queened it. Of course they white queened it. Now let's do that. Stuff has to move to Kraven. Yeah, but Kraven gets like weird stuff when like Heimdall happens, right? Isn't like Heimdall if like everything's moving at the same time, like stuff happens? Alright, opponent never has... Ooh, we can Doctor Strange. We can Doctor Strange and move cards around. This is gonna get weird. Dex Mansion to Galactus, love to see it. There's a lot of Hulks. This kind of bunk up my Doctor Strange a little bit. I can't really do anything about it. Man, this sucks. I think I'm just gonna play Miles Morales left because I'm able to. Maybe a white queen from our opponent. It's a Khazar. I guess we could have played the Vulture left too. I kind of really want to play for left and then just Doctor Strange and pull all these Hulks away at the very last chance. All right, chat. This is gonna be great. So we're gonna Chavez left, and then unless our opponent, if our opponent has Shang-Chi, it ruins the whole thing. But we're gonna Chavez left. We're gonna win left, and then Doctor Strange is gonna pull all the Hulks to the right. We're just gonna have a huge Hulk party, and everyone's just gonna vibe. Put a Hulk on a Hulkbuster? That doesn't make sense. A Hulkbuster wouldn't fit on a Hulk. You silly. Well, how would a Hulkbuster fit on a Hulk? It's supposed to be like the size of a Hulk. Could have done Vulture mid because I played Iron Fist. Yeah, I forgot that I played Iron Fist. It's a good point. No, the Iron Fist effect should have worked. Yeah, Avatar is Shang-Chi, but the best way to play around Shang-Chi is just never believe that Shang-Chi exists. If you never believe that Shang-Chi exists, then you're fine. Because then, if it happens, then you could just blame that they shouldn't have had Shang-Chi, and then you win anyway. Chat, this is a great game. This is absolutely excellent. Come, my Hulk army. Come, my Hulk army. You're not needed there. Get absolutely juked. Ugh. That also would have beaten leader, by the way, if anyone was wondering. GG's. I might have been leader. I might not have beaten leader, but in our minds, it beat leader. That was a great Doctor Strange. That was a great Doctor Strange right there. Yeah. Look who decided to show up. What if there was just like what if when you played down wave it just like changed to this card? Maybe I probably should have done Hulkbuster on Human Torch or something. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's going on, chat. I don't know what the action is. Can't run Torch because of Killmonger? Killmonger doesn't exist. When you're scared of not being able to run a card because of a different card, just remember that the card that counters your card doesn't exist. These dang move decks are so hard, bro. Let's just win here. Let me go like here. Let me snap. And then Shang-Chi doesn't exist. Doctor Strange variant? Yo, this is one of the best. This is another card that I'm probably never gonna go past Ultra. I'm just gonna keep it here forever. Move Kraven and Torch? Of course move Kraven and Torch.
All systems go.
Shang-Chi left. Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, even if he's yeah, he can't Shang-Chi me because of Goose. It's a really good point. Look at us schmooving our way to victory, chat. Schmooving our way to victory. No, that wasn't about victory. Sanctum is really good for us. I don't know what I do here though. Cloak for stats. Cloak for stats is probably fine. We have another movement apparatus. Maybe opponent cloaks over here. Oh, they're gonna be able to play a 5-drop. It's kind of scary. I guess we can move this twice. Cause we can Heimdall the victory later. Let's scoot this Human Torch all the way across the field. Dude, doing the double scoot is really fun. Is there a way on PC? Yeah, I'm actually playing on BlueStacks right now, so if you're looking for a way to do that. Look at this Human Torch. Look at him go. Look at him go. You can do it, buddy. One more for the fans. One more for the fans, Mr. Human Torch. Good replacement for Miles. I'm gonna play as Leech. Very spooky. It is annoying that we can't get into Sanctum anymore. I don't think we have any other route to get in there. That's fine. I mean, we just went with stats, right? We just chonk up stats. The other thing about leader is that the other problem with leech is that people get too discouraged by leech. Like, leech is good. Leech isn't like you automatically lose good, you know? Like some people give it credit for. Like if they leader now left, which they're probably going to do, they leader and then they just fill this spot. We get a 16 power human torch over here, and then we're just vibes, right? So we just don't worry about leader. Leader just doesn't exist, you know? You said to stick to your guns, chat. Your opponent can play the best cards. They can play leech on turn 3. They can play leader on turn 5. They can do whatever they want, and they can think that they'll just automatically win by doing these things, because that's how people are hardwired. I was really expecting a leader there. Let's see. So to play around double leader, we play America Chavez left. Because we're up by 14 now. We can't lose to Sean here. If we lose to Shang-Chi, we lose to Shang-Chi. It's fine. We just take that L. We can also think about doing something like double forging, because they won't get the forge triggers. Nah, they will get the forge triggers because they are playing second. So I think we just play Chavez. Opponent leaves. Look at that. Look at this. We had it all. We had the human torch doing a little skippy dance. We had a turn 3 leech doing absolutely nothing. See, leech can only hurt you if you let it, chat. When you worry too much about things like leech and thinking that leech is good, I still don't think leech is good. I have held strong through Dara doing his little meta breaker, you know, his meta breaker list that did really good. I have hard held that leech is still just not that good. Well, this is gonna be a really hard game to win. The Razor, so it's cool right now. Oh no, wait, I just need to get this human torch back under the armor. Wait, get back here, come on, give me a Doctor Strange off the rip. Okay, I just need to get him away from I need to get him out of Killmonger range. I need to get you back under the armor, dude. Get back in here. Oh wait, maybe not. Oh, it's a Galactus deck? Destroyer deck? Ah! What the hell, man? I can't save myself from getting leeched no matter what the hell I try, dude. Alright, I don't think they're gonna have Killmonger. Okay, they have to play left on turn 5. That was so scary. The weird back thumbnail was fucking gold. Yeah, but it's like I do that for my live stuff, so I try to make like a differentiation between what my live thumbnails look like and non-lives. I don't think they have Killmonger anymore because of Electro. But we played this to compete with their Destroyer. I think it's doing a pretty good job of that. I don't think this deck would run Killmonger. It might. I don't think it would. Let's just play biggest card. Let's play biggest card, see how we hold up. I could leader here, but leader kind of is fine. Leader's probably fine. Wait, the Heimdall doesn't work. Why am I thinking the Heimdall will work? I should have played the Spider-Man that turn. That's fine. We didn't need the Heimdall to work. The Heimdall's a lie. I wish the Spider-Man was easier. Oh, they got my Chavez. You coward. Okay. So we can go multiple man. Spider-Man is 8, which is probably our best bet. Then multiple man to get up ahead here. Play Spider-Man to get ahead here to beat just like a little bit of power. Their deck's kind of only built to play one card per turn. Right? Because their deck's kind of only built to play one card per turn, if we get ahead on all three locations, it's going to be not easy for them. Let's go. Dude, we are eating good against leech decks today. We are absolutely eating good against leech decks, baby. Okay, we'll play Hulkbuster. It does suck. We're kind of ruining our curve here. Valen? Yeah, Valen. I've played you heaps, man. Bum, 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 bum. Doctor Strange, just what the doctor ordered. Could definitely be a Killmonger deck, but we will pretend that it's not. Pretend that Killmonger isn't real for at least a minute here. So anytime we see Daredevil, we're thinking about Hobgoblin. We're thinking about Professor X, right? Those are the two most important cards that we want to think about. So in thinking about those two cards, how do we play around them with what we have currently? So if they're planning on Professor Xing middle, which is not a bad play, we don't really have a way to stop that. So we just ignore that. Professor X stops them from, or Spider-Man stops them from Professor Xing left by himself, which is pretty good. Also Vulture, just to get another card over here. Cloak might be better from a stats perspective, but it also gives my opponent more options on the last turn, which I'm not necessarily a fan of. Now, if opponent Professor X is middle, and they just decided Professor X left, huh? It's a pretty interesting choice. Especially because I don't... Let's see. I don't quite see how they beat this. We're only up by 3 left. Technically. Maybe is leader enough left, huh? They just leader left. I have to play this. Their plan is to leader. This is how I win. Leader left does not win for them because it doesn't get the +3 power from Monster Metropolis. Nice. Victory. Miles is 5, you still lose. If opponent played leader left, Miles would be at 8 power still. Leader would be at 4, Daredevil would be at 2. If they leadered left, then they would get a Chavez and we would win. This is spooky, but I think this is my best bet. This loses to them playing 2 different cards, but it's really good. Chavez mid, yeah, she saw it. Why did Heim, it's not his Heim, this is mine. He got it from White Queen. I feel like Chavez middle always wins there. They were trying to play around my plays, so if I would have just Chavez left, we would have lost. We would have just Chavez left, which is what I was interested in doing. We would have lost. So we played around leader, and then it worked with us playing around Heimdall. You can make the argument to run leader in any deck. It's a great card, right? It gets you out of a lot of different situations. Like, there's no doubt about that. We're gonna get a enormous Human Torch this game. For Nightcrawler for a consistent set of morales. Yeah, I guess that's a really good point. But I feel like I would be cutting... What would you cut in this deck for Nightcrawler? Because I feel like Morales would be the first card that I would cut in this deck. Yeah, it makes sense. I actually hadn't thought about Miles. Have you played with Kingpin? I feel like the problem with Kingpin This happens a lot. I feel like the problem with Kingpin is that he ends up being the worst card in his own deck very often. We're gonna make the biggest Human Torch ever and just say Kingpin doesn't exist. We're gonna make a absurdly large Human Torch. We already snapped, right? Yeah. Snap because we're making the world's biggest Human Torch as a joke. Behold the power. Behold the power of my very large Human Torch, chat. Look at how large he is. Behold. Behold the terrifying power, chat. Behold the horror that my opponent must fight. Going against such a spooky Human Torch. Look as he grows, chat. Bigger by the turn. I'm playing a measly 6 energy Captain Marvel. There's no match, chat. Is this gonna be enough? Shit. I think this is good. Heimdall right clears out Atlantis so that Heimdall's the only card in Atlantis, beating Captain Marvel and Ghost Rider. Yeah, dude, the Shang-Chi like desperately trying to chase down the Human Torch as he's juking, dipping, and dodging all over the freaking place. Got the Forge Hulkbuster multiple man package for Dagger and Nightcrawler Polaris. Yeah, it's a fundamentally very different deck. I like Polaris. Polaris is a great call. I just think Dagger is so hard to move. Like, how do you move Dagger in that deck? Is it only Iron Fist Cloak? Pretty tough. Sounds like a fun deck, though. I just want to make a 64 power Human Torch. No! GG's. How do we get a bunch of Cravens? Having a bunch of Cravens in a move deck seems good. You have landing a good Thanos deck? No, I'll probably play more Thanos later. I didn't end up doing too much stuff. Yeah, Sniperino. That's what I'm saying, dude. Everyone who's like always talks about snipes, like, because I don't think other Snap content creators ever talk about people sniping or say that many people snipe. Okay, they did not want the X-Nation card. I forgot that it's a dang. I forgot it's a dang mirror. We can definitely beat the Cerebro deck though. Even if they get their full combo, we can certainly beat it. We do this. I had fun moving Cravens when Bar Sinister was hot location. Schmovement, dude. Goose? Goose is a bit annoying. I think Heimdall right wins almost always though. Right? That's Heimdall right lose. We get 8, 2, 3. Even if they play a 2-drop here, it's fine. They can play Cerebro and another 2-drop gets to 16, but this Kraven gets 4 extra. Ah, math is hard. Does Crypt play Snap? No, people do talk about stream snipers though, because Crypt has grown this huge culture of like just blaming people from stream sniping, and he has every right to, because Crypt used to get. I don't think they're gonna stack another Cerebro mid. I think we're probably gonna lose because they're gonna play Cerebro left and then another 2-power card middle, And then our Heimdall doesn't work. But I think this is about the closest we could get. It just depends on how this Kraven works. Maybe it is okay with the Kraven buffs. Maybe we just get there with the Kraven buffs. Because Kraven goes to 6. If this Kraven goes to 6, we're fine. Kraven is going to go to 6. Yeah, we're fine. We won by 1. It's just one of those things that it takes too hard. It takes too long to math out all that stuff. You know what I'm saying, chat? Make sure to subscribe. Watch that one too.